Today we are going in search of raptors. We're going in search of the griffon vulture and hopefully a few eagles as well. We may, if we're really lucky, get to see the golden eagle. And we're going up through this tunnel up into the mountains. And on the way up, I'll also have a talk about my camera settings as well. And potentially you're thinking, why the tripod if I'm going to be doing raptor and bird photography today? Well, hopefully the vultures and eagles will be nesting up on the cliffs. So I've bought the tripod just in case we can get some really good images of the nesting birds. Right, let's head on into the tunnel. You can see it's probably about 150 meters long, straight under the mountain, leading into the gorges on the other side, and where we'll see the cliffs for the vultures and the eagles. And as we exit the tunnel, you can see the kind of terrain that I'm talking about. We've got the cliff faces, and it's quite a trek up to the viewing point for the cliffs. So I'm going to head up there. It's got a bit of a history for me, this place, because about 15 years ago, I actually mountain biked to the viewing point, and it was absolutely stunning. And I've always meant to come back here. And so 15 or so years later, I've returned to this spot, and the last time I was here, there were vultures and golden eagles soaring high up in the cliffs. So I'm going to head on up the trail now, and we shall see what we can find. So I just came around this bend here, and up above me I can see around 30 of the griffon vultures just circling, riding the early morning thermals on the cliff face. I've got some initial photographs, which I've just, the psychology of at least gets the shot. They're also backlit as well because the sun's behind them at the moment. So what I'm going to do is continue to head up the trail, and we'll talk a little bit about camera settings and how I'm using exposure compensation especially. Okay, so camera settings, just captured those first few images. Let's have a quick chat about those. So my default settings today, I've got my 100 to 500 mm lens on, which came in really useful actually for those initial images. Oh, this path is so much steeper than I remember it being. Either that or I'm just becoming really unfit. But I've got the camera set at 1/1600th of a second, and the lowest aperture on this camera, which is 7.1 when it's zoomed in to 500 mm. And I've got auto ISO set, but I'm getting closer to them now. They're still very backlit, which brings me to exposure compensation. So what I'm doing is, because the birds are backlit, what I don't want is just the silhouette of the bird. I want to make sure that I've got the detail in the vultures themselves at this point, which is absolutely critical. So what I've done on my lens, I have a control ring. So I've set that control ring to exposure compensation. So for the images that I've just taken, I've set that to +1. So that'll allow me to bring out some of the detail in the birds, but not completely blow out the sky in the background. I can bring the sky down in post-processing. So that's my default camera settings. And please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. It goes a massive way to support the channel. And check out some of my other videos as well. I'll put some links in the end screen, because this channel is more than just bird and wildlife photography. I also cover landscape photography significantly, and also the odd little bit of street. I'm not a single genre photographer, and hopefully you'll join me on this journey. Right, onwards and upwards, up the trail. And so far I must have seen 60 to 80 vultures. Hopefully some of those initial images will come out. I'm going to make a beeline now up the trail. I'm going to try, I keep getting distracted to be honest, capturing images, having seen so many. But what I've noticed is how many are flying in pairs, because at this time of year, this is January, and at this time of year they're just building their nests ready for the female to lay a single egg. So that's what I'm hoping to get. I'm hoping that when we get a view of the cliff from the top of this peak, then we will be able to see some of them nest building. I don't think they'll have eggs yet, a little bit early, but hey, maybe that will give me a reason to come back when they've actually got the chicks on their nests. Okay, I keep saying this, but onwards and upwards. I need to up the pace a little bit to get to the top before, well, I'm not sure. I don't think they'll all fly away. So, all right, I'm going to make a beeline and I shall meet you at the top. So I've got to the end of the trail now. All of the vultures seem to have flown away, but I'm hoping that we'll get them on the other side and they come back. They seem to have disappeared for now, but oh, fingers crossed. Right, but now I've got to the end of the forest road. Now it's a scramble over these rocks to the point at the end. Oh, we're approaching the top now. The nesting cliffs are starting to come into sight above the edge of the gorge that we're on. And we're at the top now. Just look at that stunning view. Now, I'll zoom in a second, but even from this distance, you can see where all the vultures and eagles' nests are by all the white staining on the cliff face. And that's where I'm headed. And this is my chosen spot. It's quite flat here. Got this tree, just give me a little bit of shade from the wind up here because it's quite exposed. We basically have a sheer drop just here. I have no idea how far that is. I reckon it's probably 300 to 400 meters. And then we've got the cliff face directly opposite us across this absolutely stunningly amazing natural gorge here. I'll put in the community notes. I'll put the location in the community tab for you guys so you know whereabouts I've come. So I've just done a scan of the cliffs with the camera zoomed right in, because obviously my little DJI Pocket 2 won't get any detail over there. Just amazing. There's a load of vultures just perched, a couple of nesting in the background. Absolutely stunning. I keep saying absolutely stunning, but this is truly an absolutely amazing experience. There is something about seeing birds like this truly in the wild, not going to a bird of prey centre, not going somewhere where everything is staged and set up for photography. To me, this is what it's all about, which is why I love landscape and wildlife photography, because you're out in the real world. There's no way you'd get this kind of experience. Oh my goodness me, one of them is just diving straight in front of the cliffs and I'm talking. So now that I've got the camera tripod mounted, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start to drop the shutter speed, because I don't need 1/1600th of a second. That means I can really just pump up the aperture a little bit if needed, so I can get some really sharp images without worrying about handheld at 500mm. And that's the reason for bringing the tripod today. So I hope that's useful advice as well, because as I'm getting what I think is a little bit better at wildlife photography, I want to share some of my learnings with you guys, and hopefully you'll be able to put this into practice out in the field as well. What I'm trying to do here is observe the natural behaviour. Some of them are starting to return, carrying either twigs for the nests as they're nest building, but also with carrion. So they're actually coming back with potentially small rodents, things like that, for feeding. It's absolutely amazing. Some of them are diving down. I'm going to try and get some of them diving down. What I think I'll do, I'll just include a bit of a gallery. I was going to include them as I went, but I'm trying to observe their natural behaviour. And what I'll do is give a brief description of what I can in the gallery. Oh, swan's just taken off as well. This place, As I say, if you're ever in this area, I'll put it in the community tabs. If you're ever in this area, it's absolutely phenomenal. I don't believe there are many places that you can get this close to so many wild raptors. In this case, the vultures, the griffon vultures. Haven't seen anything else yet. Hoping to see a golden eagle and maybe a booted eagle, but I'll keep my eye out for those. It's actually amazing to watch, and this is what I love about this element of the photography, is just taking a step back, letting the camera just sit there and just observing the natural behaviour of the birds. You can start to predict when they're going to come into land. You can watch them soaring, and the shadows they cast across the cliff face are absolutely amazing. Sorry if I keep looking. One has just flown probably 20 metres straight past me. Absolutely amazing. They're all coming back now. Wherever they've been, they're all coming back. But their behaviour is amazing as they're bringing back the nesting materials and the food for their partners. And you can see the birds that are partnered up in preparation for the single egg that griffon vultures lay down here. Or lay in their nest, I should say. It's just absolutely amazing to watch. Seeing them soaring around, coming into land, taking off all the time. They're so busy. And what you can tell when they're carrying something, because their legs are down and low, and then as they get a bit of speed up, sometimes their legs tuck in as they descend down the gorge. Brilliant to watch, brilliant to watch. I only hope that I can do them justice, to be honest, in my gallery coming up. And I'm going to find it really, really hard to select just a few images. So I hope that I don't give you too many images, but they should be a variety of images based on the behaviours that I'm observing. And there's another eagle coming in from the side. That's not one of the vultures, so I'm going to see what that is. And I'll include those in the gallery when they come in, if I can capture any images of anything other than the vultures. But the vultures are absolutely stunning. And as the sun just starts to get a little bit lower down behind me, it's really creating a superb light onto the vultures as they soar, because the rock is kind of southwest facing the cliff face, so it's really getting the best of the sun now, and I'm kind of backlit, I guess, for those, so it's creating a superb light onto them. This has allowed me to drop the shutter speed to about 1/800th. I drop it occasionally to 1/500th, and at f9 just give it that extra little bit of sharpness, and I'm getting between 100 and 160 ISO, which is absolutely brilliant in these conditions. And this, as I say, they're starting to come back now to populate the nests, build the nests. You can see the couples on the cliff face, the paired off birds. It's just, I'm just going to sit and watch these for quite a while now and take some photographs. It's just one of those experiences that can't be missed. It really is. Wow, what a really amazing day. The vultures did not disappoint. And I had the whole place to myself all day. Nobody else came at all. Amazing. So, didn't see any golden eagles, but never mind. Did see a booted eagle and a kestrel. They did flybys, but I did capture some images, and if they've turned out, I'll include those in the gallery just to mix it up. The sun now, although it's still daylight, the sun has gone down, and the cliff face where the nesting site is now in the shade. So all the vultures have basically returned home. Their day of nest building and hunting is concluded. So this was a really great day. I hope it comes through in the gallery. I hope also that the hints and tips that I was going through as we progressed, I hope that they've proven useful, and hopefully will give you some ideas for the future. If you've got any questions, do please feel free to drop it down below. And also let me know what your favourite image is. I'd be really intrigued as to what you think may be your favourite. Here's the gallery. Please enjoy it, and please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, stay safe and take lots of photographs. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel and also check out these videos next. Thank you very much for your time in watching this video, and until next time, thank you and see you soon.